We find in Parshat Vayechi, which deals with the brachos, the blessings that Yaakov Avinu bestows on his son, very interesting one in regard to Yosef HaTzadik. Torah tells us, source 1a, the Hebrew is in 1b, a charming son is Yosef, a charming son to the eye. Each of the girls climbed heights. In Hebrew, ben Parat Yosef, ben Parat alei ayin, banot Saada alei shur. And as the article Stone Chumash on the bottom quotes from Rashi, a charming son is Yosef. So handsome was Yosef that Egyptian girls climbed atop walls to catch a glimpse of his beauty when he passed by. And Chazal tell us they threw jewelry at him, but he did not even turn an eye. The interesting thing that the Mefarshim, our rabbis, teach us about Yosef HaTzadik on the phrase alei ayin is that Yosef HaTzadik was an individual, and so too are his descendants, as we see from the story by Rabbi Yochanan, who would sit by the mikvah, having the women gaze at his beautiful appearance, that their children should also have this beautiful form. He was above the ayin hara. That's what Rabbi Yochanan said. Right? Are you worried about the ayin hara? No, because I'm a descendant of Yosef, and he is, don't read it as alei ayin, but olei ayin, one who is above the ayin hara. And what is it about Yosef HaTzadik that is not affected by the ayin hara, the evil eye? So one interpretation, as we noted, is we don't read it as alei ayin in source 4, and rather olei ayin, that the eye does not show, the evil eye does not affect them. One opinion is because they are blessed with vidgu larov b'kerav haaretz. Ephraim and Menashe, Yosef's sons, are blessed to procreate like the fish of the sea, and just like the fish of the sea are covered by the water and the eyes can't see them, likewise the ayin hara doesn't affect them. Or we have the idea that ayin shelo ratzta lazu mima she'ein shelo, eyes which did not want to benefit, which did not belongs to him, i.e., benefiting from Eshet Potiphar, ein ayin hara shaletet bo, the evil eye does not affect him. What I'd like to try to work through today, and I think it's a fascinating study, albeit not a comprehensive one, but an approach nonetheless, is to try to get a handle on what this whole idea of ayin hara is about. You know, if a person brings a baby into the room and they say, wow, what a beautiful baby you have, people say, oh, bli ayin hara, bli ayin hara. You know, we say this all the time, and I myself am guilty of this till my eyes were open to in preparing this shiur. What is this business of the ayin hara affecting us? What is the business of Yosef? And the Gemara even speaks about how we can be like the children of Yosef and not be affected by the ayin hara. What does that mean? Right? So the Parshat says it means that, all of Klal Yisrael are called in the end of 6, and we're all called by Yosef, by the tribe of Yosef. But what does that mean? Is it a technical thing? How do we avoid the ayin hara? What is the ayin hara all about? And most peculiar is the Gemara, which is brought down in source number 5, as well as the end of source number 3, that Rav Lacha Shalakivros, that Rav once was able to somehow have an understanding in the Beis Kfaros, in the cemetery, of why people died. And he explained that 99% of the people die as a result of the ayin hara, and only 1% die out of a natural death. So this is really bizarre. I mean, suddenly, you start looking around saying, wow, is there a lot of ayin hara around me that I have to be so worried? 99% of the people die by an ayin hara. And the Gemara there goes on to say that Rav did this whole experiment. He planted trees, and he said only the trees of one who died not by ayin hara should bear fruit, and that's how he knew. What is this business of planting trees, bearing fruit? It's rather bizarre. So I'd like to, with Hashem's help, try to have a bit of an understanding, and again, not comprehensive, of the whole idea of the ayin hara, of the evil eye, with one's particular focus today on how we can avoid the ayin hara, how we can avoid the evil eye, what is incumbent upon us. And I like to look at this on 3 levels, not really different levels, but 3 aspects of the same focus. The first is based on Rav Ber's Sefer Maaseh Rokeim, where he quotes here in 7a, "B'sifrei Chasidut matzinu shekocha shel ayin hara sholei b'sha'a sh'adam mitpa'el mima'alat chaveiro." He says, if you look at the Sifrei Chasidus, we find that when is a person affected by the ayin hara? When a person, or when does an ayin hara come into play? When a person is like in wonderment over something that their friend accomplished. Whether his wisdom, like, wow, I can't believe you did this project, or wow, you're so smart. Omel shro harav, or with their wealth, wow, what a nice house you have, what a beautiful earrings you have, or miyofyav, wow, you're really beautiful, your children are very beautiful. Hitpalut zu, this wonderment, this expression of wow, whether we're cognizant of it or not, when we say something like this and we're like, wow, I can't believe this, to a certain degree, whether we realize it or not, we are